It is Monday, July 6th, 2026. This is another edition of Baseball Today presented to you by T-Mobile. That is my man, Trevor Plouffe. I am Chris Rose, producer Dan along for the ride as well. Hope everybody is refreshed after celebrating America's 250th birthday over the weekend. I know you had a blast, my friend.
I did. I'm still in my patriotic mood right now with my USA shirt, my Twins cat series victory. I'm sure we're going to get into that. In fact, I think we are. I see it on the graphic there. Had a great weekend though, Chris. I told you before the show, one of my favorite weekends I've had in a long time. So, I don't know. How are you doing?
How was your barbecue cooking?
Dude, we went to my friend Robbie's house, kind of potlucked it up. He had some people cooking some stuff as well, but Olivia made her ribs, which are phenomenal. Two of these young studs. I didn't really know them, but I met them. They were making smash burgers for everyone. We had hot dogs. We had like lamb. We had pork chops. Like just a huge spread. It was awesome.
Sounds like it would have been a bad weekend as I'm starting to really watch what I'm eating. It
was high protein.
Yeah, high protein. High calorie, high protein. That's okay. Yeah, you look great. You look great. I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about me. All right, let's get to it. A lot to get to because we haven't had a show since Thursday. My goodness. Start off with a tip of the cap. And we've talked a lot over the last few weeks. The combination of World Cup fans in baseball stadiums has been something that has just been unreal, right? We've seen it all over the place. The Norwegian fans bringing their row, the whole bit. Well, a bunch of fans from England several days ago went to Atlanta. They hopped in some outfield seats, and they have befriended Michael Harris. Yeah, so what we're showing right now is Harris walking over. They asked him for his jersey. He couldn't give the jersey, but he did give his hat away to some lucky British fans. He got an English kit. By the way, he must be super stoked about England's 3-2 victory over Mexico, which was an unbelievable game. And by the way, Harris has now said that if England beats Norway, I think that's happening in Miami, they'll advance to the semifinals, which could be in Atlanta and coincide with a Braves off day, I believe. He said, wow, I'm rooting for England the rest of the way.
Yeah, he's got to go. You think they started rooting for him? Obviously, they're in proximity to where he was playing, but also because it's Michael Harris II, and that they're used to that. That's like their nobility,
Yes.
Right?
That's a great call. Like Michael Harris II is royalty over in England.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, the England goalkeeper last night, great job. Holy shnikes.
Dude, to play basically the entire second half a man down and win? Wow. Incredible stuff. It's been fun, and go Team USA against Belgium on Monday night. We'll be double screen in baseball World Cup. That'll be good. Let's get it going. It was nearly a perfect weekend for the Miami Marlins up in Sacramento. Sure, they swept the 3-game set against the A's. But how about Yuri Perez? Perfect through 7 innings and just 92 pitches. We thought we were going to have it. No. Clayton McCullough's like, come here, young man. Come on out of the game. Here's what transpired, and here is McCullough's explanation.
Well, they're saying shame right now.
Yes. The thing is, too, is that the fans don't realize and understand that what happened with Yuri, that he, is coming back from injury, that he hasn't been going. And, of course, Yuri wants to be out there.
Well, there goes the perfect game.
To say I wasn't thinking about that. I mean, because it's 60 pitches at one point in the game, and you start to think. But I feel like my responsibility to him and to our team and our organization is to do what I think is in the best interest of him long term and for our team. So, yeah, part of me as a fan of baseball, and you're watching something very special happen for sure. But my job is to make decisions that aren't always popular.
By the way, I don't know if that's a truck backing up in Sacramento or a bullshit meter going off. By the way, they almost lost the freaking game. I mean, 9-8 was the final. It was a nail biter. So do you buy what Clayton McCullough is selling?
Look, I get it. First of all, I feel like almost every single manager around baseball would have made the exact same call. They don't want to be in trouble for this. The guy coming off of a lower half injury, I understand. The problem that we have now in this game is we are so – look, I'll say it right now. Analytics have done a lot of good for the sport of baseball. They have. And guess what? Analytics is just another word for information, people. So don't let it scare you. It's okay. You'll be all right. With all that, like we've advanced so much in the game and how we view things, except for the pitch count. I don't understand why this 100 pitch count mark is the threshold. Why? In today's day and age, I looked it up. I said, can you tell me, Google, why 100 pitches is like used as a threshold? This is Google's first line to me. It's an arbitrary guideline developed in the 1990s to mitigate the risk of elbow and shoulder injuries. Developed in the 90s, Chris. Any other stat that we used in the 90s or thought about in the 90s, we throw away now. We don't talk about wins anymore. We don't really talk about batting average anymore, anything like that. We've gotten rid of everything, but for some reason, this has stuck. When I think they know there's better indicators for like risk for injury. It's mechanical breakdown. It's velocity downgrading into a game. There's lots of things you can attribute it to, and they just don't use it. We're just using this arbitrary 100 pitch count. He was cruising in this game, very low stress. I understand why the move was made, but like, why are we still counting pitches? Why they're tracking every single move you make on the baseball field. How are we not tracking pitchers better than we are? It's almost a broader story for me than this one, because if I'm his manager, I probably do the same thing. I'm not holding him at fault. I'm really not, Chris. Like, he's just really, he truly is trying to do what's best for him and the player. But the guideline they were using for that is just flawed to me. And I'm curious when we're going to change it.
So I agree with you that I think 30 out of 30 managers make this move. This is not on Clayton McCullough. With all that being said, let's go with Honesty Monday. Clayton, yes, I didn't not want to cost myself my job if that kid goes out and gets hurt while trying for a perfect game when it was 6-0. That's what he wanted to say. Now, he later on said he said a few other things that we didn't have time to run. One was this team plans on playing into October. Love it. I mean, there's been no better team in baseball since the beginning of June. It's been the Miami Marlins, and they've got some serious talent, both offensively and in the pitching staff. Do they have some holes? Sure, but virtually every team out there has got some holes east of Los Angeles. But at the same time, just call it what it is. Just say, I wanted to cover my ass. I mean, what he should have done was turn it on the media and said, do you want to be the one that's responsible for putting Yuri Perez back on the injured list for some reason? Now, I would also fight him on that. He had only one rehab start where he went less than 4 innings. I think he threw down in Jacksonville. He's had now 3 starts at the major league level, 68, 86, and then Sunday, 92 pitches. Well, okay, so are we really worried if he goes to 110 from there? I mean, isn't that called building him up? We had an 18-pitch increase. Then we had a 6-pitch increase, but it could have been significantly more, right? If you wanted to go 86 more, that gets you to 104. I mean, I'm just doing the simple math here. Just work with me a little bit. And when you say you're a baseball fan, sure, you're a baseball fan, but you're also a fan of feeding your family and keeping your job. I get it. I understand, but don't expect the fans to not be pissed off. I'm pissed off.
I would like to see it.
Yeah. I was rooting so hard once the A's got back in this thing. I was rooting for the A's to come back and win this thing. I was, and I think Clayton McCullough's done an incredible job. I don't know him all. I really don't. I think he has done a fantastic job. He's got the Marlins right in the thick of this thing. They're tied for the last wild card. They're only 4.5 out in the division behind Atlanta. So kudos to him. He's been awesome. But that pissed me off. And I would have said the same thing if it was my manager in Cleveland.
What do you think Lake Bacher was thinking when he came into the game? Is that the most nervous he's ever been in a big league game? It has to be.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even close from the get-go. I mean, you watch that at bat. He throws a 2-1 slider for a ball, and after that, there was no chance he was throwing that 3-1 pitch for a strike. Walk, next guy, bloop single. All of a sudden, like you mentioned, A's almost back in the game. And they were back in the game. Lost by, a run, which is crazy.
there are two other things I want to say. Yuri Perez was asked about it. He said, I'm very proud of my team and very proud of my manager, mostly the communication that we have. He totally signed off on the move, had zero problem with it, wasn't pissed like Zach Wheeler was when he didn't get to finish 5 last week. Okay. The Marlins have never had a perfect game in their history. Never. A lot of teams haven't. At least 10, I think. They'd have thrown 6 no-hitters, working backwards. Edinson Volquez, Henderson Alvarez, Anibal Sanchez, A.J. Burnett, who walked like 15 guys in that game, Kevin Brown, and Al Leiter.
I'm kind of in the weeds all about this, like what pitch count should work right now. I have this like sports medicine study up right now. It's pretty wild. I can't believe we're not doing these things, especially a team like the Marlins who are so analytically driven. I mean, they're calling pitches from the dugout, which, I mean, you know, that's not really forward thinking. It's actually backwards thinking. It's like college ball.
Yeah.
But there's all sorts of things you can do. I don't know. I guarantee you. Here's my guess with all this.
Yeah.
Because pitchers are so valuable. The wearables, the things that you can wear to, you know, monitor a lot of different stuff in your body, stress levels, whatever it is, heart rate, a million different things you can track with wearable technology. That's going to be a mainstay. It hasn't been because I think the players are against it. I guarantee they're going to start introducing that earlier and earlier to players, minor leagues, and it'll eventually be in the big leagues. And then that is the way they'll start to really indicate how much fatigue is going on with these pitchers.
So those are wearables. Are those in conjunction with edibles?
They can coincide with a healthy, balanced, you know, schedule for a pitcher. Yeah, after the game, straight to the gummy.
Look, at the end of the day, the Marlins have been awesome. Good for them. They're a fun team to watch. Yes.
I got another idea. I'm just cooking right now, Chris.
Yeah, you are.
Less warm-up pitches.
That, to me, let me tell you something. That is the number one thing that drives me nuts. It has to be strictly a commercial thing. It's like those stupid hydration breaks we're having.
Just come out later. Throw 4 warm-up pitches in between innings.
Yeah.
2 fastballs, a breaking ball, and then end on a fastball, and you're done.
Yeah. And by the way, if people are going to say, well, what are we going to do during the minute 55 break that we have for these local ads? Pitcher can sit.
It's on the bench.
Go sit. Go chill. It's hot.
Yeah, and who knows, like before the game, like maybe it's such a limit those before the game.
Oh, yeah. Great call.
I mean,
you know what? I cannot wait for our Baseball Today investigative team to get to the bottom of this.
We're so good.
We're going to do it.
Okay.
All right, let us know. Were you pissed? Did you have no opinion on it? Did it not ruffle your feathers? I wanted to see him get a shot at history. I wonder what Dallas Braden was thinking. I heard him on the broadcast, but I wonder what he was really
I
thinking.
texted him.
And?
I said, you've done a really good job holding your vomit in. And he said, it's been tough, brother. But then he's like, you know, he's just off injury. But, you know, he's a guy that did it.
Right. By the way, it was a hamstring injury.
I know.
It's not like his arm was falling apart. I know I get it. Injury's injury, but still, please let us know in the comments. This episode of Baseball Today is sponsored by Samuel Adams. This past weekend, America turned 250, and what a party it was. Nobody was more ready to raise a glass than the beer named after the founding father himself, Samuel Adams. From the man who helped spark a revolution to the brand that's been brewing independence since 1984, Sam Adams is leading the celebration, yes, all summer long. So you still have time to crack open a summer ale, that crisp, citrusy wheat ale with a bright lemon finish. It tastes like the 4th of July in a glass. Or you could grab the limited edition Star Spangled Variety Pack, loaded with summer ale, porch rocker, American Light, and fan favorite blueberry lager. All you have to do is look for their retro-inspired packaging in a store near you. Because, folks, this isn't just another summer. It's America's 250th. So join the rally and raise a Sam for the founders, for the flavor, for 250 years of independence. Cheers to 250, America. This Sam's for you. Samuel Adams, Boston Beer Company, Boston, Massachusetts. SamuelAdams.com. Savor the flavor responsibly. This time next week, we're all going to be together, the John Boy Media family. Celebrate the Midsummer Classic. Where? in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This past weekend, the starters and reserves were named. Certainly flew under the radar like most of baseball's announcements, but we can have another show about that. We did find out Bryce Harper is going to play in his adopted home baseball town of Philadelphia. He made it as the Legends pick by the commissioner of baseball. Rob Manfred, his good buddy, called him and said, hey, I want you to be on this team. You're my Legends pick. Now, in years past, this has been used for guys who are kind of on their way out. Clayton Kershaw a year ago, nobody in 23 and 24. 22, it was Miggy and Pujols. What do you think about Bryce Harper being a Legends pick?
I have absolutely no problem with it, Chris. In fact, I think it's a very smart play, putting it in front of his home crowd. I mean, and it's not like he's having some crappy year.
Oh, he's having a great year.
He's having a great year. So to me, this makes all the sense in the world. I mean, we could talk a ton of different ways about how the All-Star voting is flawed, all these different things. Even the players voting is not a good system. It's just not. Guys don't care that much. They're not paying attention to what's going on around the league whatsoever. They're locked in on their own season. So I love this is very smart. Like give the home crowd